Come on, man. Priorities. Come on, Tassie. But we do have the man making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
Wow. There is JD. And you may have seen them wandering around. They're helping us hopefully get this live to the internet right now. We got Jerome and we got Eshua. So give it up for them as well. Our guys helping us in the background. And when we get to yeah, sure. Okay, let's dance. Okay. Really wasn't expecting
I love
this
this song.
Guys.
That's Jerome's new catchphrase, actually. Yeah, you were out for the weekend. Jerome said, I got a great idea. When Skeets intros me, I'm just going to play 3 seconds of a song. Any song, any 3 seconds.
Sort of sexy. I didn't mind it.
That's right.
Yeah, look, I'm going to try and keep my energy high. I'm struggling a little bit. I'm coming off a crazy trip where I went to Vegas, to then Zion National Park, to Bryce Canyon National Park, back to Vegas last night, and I got here in Houston about an hour ago. So yeah, I'm still drunk, okay? Drink responsibly, of course.
Real juice, please.
All juice, baby. Real juice and real seltzer. And a little vodka in there. But yeah, so you got to like carry us tonight. All right?
I'll carry us.
Be the big man.
Yeah, honestly, I've kind of liked it, Skeets. I've been calling our crew TK and the Jays while you and Tass have been gone. Sounds like a bad cover band, but that's kind of what it's like when I'm hosting the podcast anyways.
I like it.
But yeah, we've had a bit of an adventure here so far in Houston. We got in yesterday. The four of us, me, JD, Eshua, and Jerome went and saw a screener for Air coming out this next week. Yeah.
Michael Jordan, ever heard of him?
Air movie. If you like basketball, which you probably do if you're here.
Yeah. Worth
Seeing for sure. Spoiler alert. In the end, Michael Jordan signs with Adidas. It was a surprise.
They took some liberties when they rewrote this movie, didn't they?
I was surprised, but I thought a good twist. But no, we enjoyed the movie. The one part that was very weird, like I said, this was a screener, so we were very lucky to be there in the first place. As the movie was getting started, the security guards came out. The most classic good cop, bad cop I've ever seen in my life. Okay. The first guy comes out, he's like, hey, can I have your attention? How old were you when you got your first pair of Jordans? And what color were they? How much did they cost? This was a security guard. He was doing like crowd work, which I thought was hilarious. So he set the stage. People like, $65, talking inflation right away. Yep. And then the bad cop came in. He's like, yeah. If we see you with your phone out, you'll be escorted from the premises immediately.
Wow.
And to tell you how serious they are about it, it'll be a $50,000 fine. For going to see a movie, man.
Well, it is a screener. It's a screener.
No, you don't want.
I'm worried you've already said too much.
I think I have. I mean, I gave away their whole twist at the end.
Is Michael B. Jordan in it? Is that rumor true? Nothing.
I can't tell. I don't want to go to jail for talking about this movie.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
But yeah, we went. We saw it. It was fun. I would recommend it to basketball fans. Certainly, it has got an incredible '80s soundtrack. And then after we had a great moment when we called a lift. The lift came. 4 men getting in, no problem. Says it fits 4. Open the door. The driver says, I only take 3. I was like, what?
Who got left behind?
I was like, there was only 4 of us. Well, Eshua got left behind. But that's okay. No, I'm kidding. Nobody got left behind. We said, okay, we all got left behind. She left, and as she pulled away, Jerome noticed that she was driving a Toyota RAV4 and said, hey, it's not called a RAV3.
Nice. Nailed it.
So burn to her. 5-star review, though, for Jerome on the joke.
Good stuff. If we're just sharing stories, because why not? That's why we're here. Has anyone been to Old Vegas? Show of hands. Yeah. Oh, everybody's like, I guess I say I did.
I'll say yes.
First time. Usually, you do the strip, whatever. But I did frequent Old Vegas last night, and I just have 3 quick stories. If you've ever gone to I guess it's called the Fremont sort of light show, you've probably seen photos of it. It's almost like a tunnel, but it's all like projections. I didn't realize that was a party. I thought it would just be a lot of people like standing around looking at cool lights, taking some photos. It is a party in there, and within 10 minutes, this is what happened. Does anyone remember the clip with Kevin Garnett on his old show, Area 21, where there was like these bendy guys that came in and were like bending their legs over their head. I gotta get that. Yeah.
Honestly, I think we should have that clip just like playing in the background for us for every live show. Put that in the notes for later.
Well, basically, those guys were there.
The Bone Breakers themselves.
There was a guy on the ground, first minute within walking into this Fremont experience, a guy with those legs over his head, so his butt's right there, and another guy playing the bongos on the guy's butt. And it was like, there was no like, I couldn't put money anywhere. I couldn't like, I was like, maybe they're just.
Oh, there was one place you could have.
You take the card. So there was that. Then there was a fight. We tried to get White Castle. That's there.
Wait, what?
There's a White Castle on this little part.
Okay, yeah.
Fight broke out in White Castle, so that was fun. And then the final one, I thought you would like this. We had gone into one of the casinos, and I think somebody was like, my buddies were using the washroom. I'm just waiting sort of by the slot machines. This guy saddles up next to me, taps me on the side. I turn to him. He doesn't say a thing. He holds out his palm, and in it is a light bulb. He does not say one thing. I look, I go, that's a nice light bulb. And he just goes, puts it back in his pocket and walked away. And so then my friends come out of the washroom and they said, what? Boo, you can boo at my own show. You can boo that. And of course, I had to tell him like what just happened. And I was like, but I'm like, am I so old? Is like someone showing you a light bulb like code for drugs or something now? I'm like,
must be.
but my friend went up. I said, that's the guy over there. He's sitting over there. Go ask to see his light bulb. Paul went up. Hey man, I heard you got a light bulb. Just pulled it out of his pocket, showed it, put it back, and that was it. So that's the Fremont experience. So highly recommend it. If you want to see some ass bongos, a little fight in White Castle, and a light bulb.
Sounds like a great night, to be quite honest. Let's go back this summer.
Exactly. Any other things we need to go over? Oh, yeah. Hey, we're here for a championship game tonight. Okay, let's do this. By applause, show of applause. San Diego winning tonight?
San Diego.
Okay. The Aztecs,
7.5 dogs.
Yeah, 7.5 dogs. That's some points to play with. And what about UConn? Okay.
Actual dogs.
Heavy favorites.
Heavy favorites.
What about you? Where are you going?
I just want both teams to have fun. Yep. I want the game to be close and competitive and come down to a buzzer beater.
Okay.
Whoever hits it, hits it.
Okay.
I don't want to lay my own eyes on a Final Four buzzer beater.
Are you excited to? You said you've never seen a basketball game in a giant like football stadium.
That's true. Most sports I watch, they are in the stadium that they were built for.
Right.
But
do we know where we're sitting?
Everything.
We are going to this. Do we know where we're sitting? Like we in 600 level?
We're on the 30-yard line.
Okay. It's good view.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay.
No, we don't know where we're sitting, but we know we're sitting.
Right.
So
okay.
that'll be exciting, and we hope something cool happens.
Yeah.
That's
okay. So it
want.
sounds like I should put some money. I mean, I just got back from Vegas. Got to put some money on San Diego. Yeah.
Did you win money in Vegas?
Oh, it was Lucky Phil last night in Vegas.
Who?
Yes. Lucky Phil. You know,
that's one of the guys you went with.
Yes,
right?
that's right. That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a good night at the tables. Anyway, nobody cares. Anything else before we get to our guest, Kelly Iko?
Let's talk to Kelly.
Let's get Kelly out here. Give it up to Kelly Iko, the athletic beat writer for the Houston Rockets. Kelly, get out here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, this guy lives in Houston. When he rolls up in the leather jacket, it's only 30 degrees Celsius out there. What's that, 90 Fahrenheit, Trey? Help me out.
Yeah. You changed my life, you Canadians did, when you're like, the easiest way to figure out Fahrenheit to Celsius times 2 plus 32. I guess that's Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about 90. We're talking about 90 skates. I don't know what your humidity conversions are, but it's high here, too.
Kelly, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you for being here.
We really appreciate it. Yeah, give it up. I know you bounced around a little bit, but you've been here for a while in the city of Houston.
Yeah.
Is that correct? How long are we talking?
A long ass time, probably like 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So from the good Rockets days to today's Rockets days.
Today's Rockets days.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, let's just jump into that. Okay, another brutal year here for the Rockets. What are we at? 19 wins, I think. Yeah, well, I think the Spurs have 20. Yeah.
Don't short them.
This is like 3 years running now.
Yeah. So
and you've been covering them the entire time for The Athletic.
yes, I have. So I have to.
So you gotta leave, man.
Sit through all that bad basketball and just praying for Victor, I guess, so we'll see what happens.
Of all, I mean, obviously the Rockets have some young prospects. Like, do you like which ones? I mean, if you got into almost like ranking them in terms of like, that's a cornerstone, that's a building block. Like, how would you almost go 1, 2, 3? At least how the Rockets, you think, look at it?
If it's me, I'm going 1, Jabari Smith Jr. I think people are gonna, because this is Alperen Şengün town.
Yeah. He's having a good little
But
run here.
I think Jabari has the ability to be that dominant two-way player, especially defensively when he can guard 1 through 5. Not yet, but you see the early signs, and obviously Alperen Şengün is there too as well, just being that foundation building block, an offensive hub, a passing wizard, and then obviously Jalen Green. You get a guy, a young, talented, athletic scorer who wants to be the guy, but still kind of taking those lumps, trying to learn the way of the NBA and trying to see how things can go. But those 3 guys, then you have guys like Tari Eason, you got a lot of
young guys.
There's talent.
Young guys.
I was saying at the start of the year, I'm like, I went to a couple Rockets games. There was one in Atlanta. I caught another one. I'm like, oh, I think this is like the must-watch League Pass team. Like, we knew they were going to win a lot of games, but that lasted for like a week. And then they became like the least watchable team, it felt like. So like I think that's almost like the disappointing part, right? Like the one thing, like the losses are one thing, but it's like sometimes, at least if they're playing exciting or it's fun, up and down, but it's been rough going.
Yeah, so like just over the last 3 years, you've seen different versions of this team. They've all been a bunch of young guys coming through. But I think the biggest thing for those guys is trying to build towards the future and seeing what they can be. Because you guys know, back in the day, 2018, 2017, 2019, these guys were perennial contenders.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get on the brink of that NBA championship. And, the Warriors, kind of had a way about it, but they want to get back to that point. And I think you have to take your lumps. It sucks right now because you fans have to pay your money and go and watch a shitty team. But if you can squint really hard, you can see what they want to be. They're going to have a bunch of cap space this summer. If they get Victor, if they get Scoot, who knows?
Right.
And things can kind of change. Jaylen Brown's in the mix too.
Okay.
So,
well, what about, hold on.
Hey, beach steppins later, man.
Yeah.
Beach steppins later.
Hold your questions, please. We will have Kelly here for that. What about James Harden returning?
Cap space.
Because you broke this story, if I remember correctly. So, like, how did that come about? I mean, and also, you really believe this is a possibility?
Yeah. So, 3 years ago he left, and everyone remembers, COVID and the height of the COVID pandemic, and James was wilding, trying to get his way out of Houston. But on the way out, the sense that they got was this was more of a see you later. James loves the city. He loves H-Town and what it means to him. He has businesses here, his family's here, a lot of organizations here, and he wanted to go leave and win a championship. Now, obviously, if it doesn't happen in Philly, I don't know where else you could do it at that age, but he does want to end his career, I think, in Houston. So coming back now to a team that needs him desperately, they don't have a point guard right now. They need some kind of leadership, some kind of guidance. And this version of James averaging, 11 assists a game, he's taking a step back to allow Embiid to be that guy. And if you can squint again and think, can he step back and let guys like Jalen, Jabari, and those guys flourish, then it kind of makes sense.
Because that's the immediate concern, right?
Right.
Is like Harden comes back and it's like sort of back to 30-point James Harden, and it's like, oh, these young guys maybe aren't getting the touches and stuff like that. But you're right, he has changed his game a little bit in Philly, but he also has Joel Embiid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got Şengün. If he comes to Houston, maybe Victor, A lot of people call Joel Embiid a poor man's Alperen Şengün. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think so. On Wikipedia, it might be somewhere over there.
Yeah, maybe in this room they do, actually. So it seems like next year's Rockets team is going to look a lot different. You're mentioning the cap space. They've had a lot of young guys in and out for the past 3 years, and it definitely feels like changes atop as well, maybe in the coaching staff, maybe in the front office as well. Are they trying to get back to the playoffs next year, or at least play in respectability, sort of, or what's the goal, you think?
I think once you've gone through 3 years of this, you want anything as far away from this as possible. So I don't think they want to go from 20 wins to 27 to 20. They want to get to a legitimate, upper 30s, flirting with the play-in, stuff like that. So to get there, you're going to need some help.
Sure.
could be a Jaylen Brown, as people talk about. It could be, James, Vic. They need help in all shapes and sizes, and that's kind of why you see them wanting to flip the page and talk about someone like a Nick Nurse potentially, or some.
How dare you take my coach? How dare you come on this stage and take my coach? Yeah.
Yeah, they're really interested in like a Nick Nurse, a Scotty Barnes type.
Okay, relax.
Maybe point guard Fred VanVleet, maybe. We'll see.
Do you think Steven Silas is probably gone as Rockets head coach, or any chance?
So.
Yeah,
I think so. I think everything has been building to this point of flipping the page.
Yeah.
And Steven's a great guy, great guy to be around. He knows the game, but for 3 years they've been the worst team in the league, and you have to build winning habits at some point.
Right.
And I think as an organization, if you're an owner, you want to flip the page, you want to clean house, and you want to get guys in there that have been there before and done that.
Yeah.
And Nick Nurse has done that. Other coaches are Frank Vogel, who's done that before.
Yep.
So it's just about trying to get that. We'll push this thing back to where it needs to go.
For sure. Are they fun to be around as like a beat writer, leading all these games? Are they like a good group of guys?
Yeah, because I mean they're young, they're vibrant, they're active, they're lit. You know what I'm saying?
Who's funny? Like who's funny on the team?
Who's fun? Tari's.
Yeah,
he's funny as hell. Yeah, he's funny. Tari is funny. Who else is funny on the team?
The vibe guys,
Alp's hilarious. Oos is actually underratedly funny. He's hilarious.
That's good. So it's like at least even though they're losing all these games, they're
right.
enjoyable to be around.
You gotta have fun sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
What were the reactions when like opponents would come through and kind of after the game they'd be like, they got to get some vets in here?
I mean, so I have one story. So early in the year, Klay Thompson, remember he was struggling.
Yeah.
To the point where people were saying should he come off the bench or whatever. They come to Houston. He goes like for like 42. I'm talking to him in the locker room. He said, I needed that game. Thanks, Houston. So that's been kind of like a theme all year where like you'll see some random guy go off or trying to find their groove back, just playing Houston. And it's kind of it speaks to kind of how the mood was early on, where teams were coming in expecting wins, and now it's been a bit different, where the Rockets are playing kind of hard and they're trying.
Yeah.
But every guy that's come in here has said these guys need older guys around because everyone knows how the game works. You know, you need older vets in that locker room that can teach you what not to do, like just how to be a pro.
Yeah.
And how to build winning habits, and they don't have that. You know, they have Boban, but he's nice guy.
He's giving acting lessons, which is nice.
He's
but
dribbling,
a little
he's
different.
dribbling,
he's great.
he's
He's
dribbling,
great.
he's still dribbling, bouncing the ball. I guess it's bouncing the ball is what he
But
said.
to have someone in the trenches with you is, you know, you can't even speak to how important that is.
Yeah.
So that they kind of need that.
They need, like you're saying, maybe it's Harden, but the Lowry type, the
Mike Conley.
Mike Conley type, exactly. Somebody to be the sort of the parent, I guess, sort of in the locker room and guide them. Well, while we have you here, Kelly, we thought we could do a little up-down report.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody welcome this. It's the Up-Down Report.
Oh yeah. Think they've ever played some dubstep here at this?
Yeah, you gotta play along if you're here in the audience. Let us know your ups and downs as well. Kelly, a lot of these are Houston themed, so it'd be good to actually get your take on it as somebody who knows Houston. Our first one is more this weekend's Houston theme. Are you up or down? Do you like college basketball? NCAA basketball in general.
Okay,
we're all NBA guys
sort of
up
split.
here.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down on college basketball.
When you watch a lot of NBA, you can see the difference.
Yeah, the shot quality, the shot making, it's kind of like Houston's.
I watch enough of this.
Do you think the Houston Rockets would win March Madness? I love when everybody does that. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I think they whoop their
They would
ass.
wax? Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
I'm up on it. I'm going to the game. Come on, let's go. We're going to see something historic tonight. Yeah,
I'm
the
with you.
Butler will do it
Name
again.
3 guys on San Diego.
Oh, I couldn't tell you a single thing about college basketball.
Lamont Butler is all I got. That's all I hit the game winner. That's the thing. The tournament is awesome. You can't deny it. The stakes are so high, but I tune in for the tournament only. Tournament only, baby. For me.
The women's final was amazing.
That was dope.
We got some
That was dope.
fireworks coming out of that.
We've had a great 2 tournaments here, to be quite honest, and hopefully we get another classic just like they had in the women's game on Sunday.
Yeah.
I was watching on the plane. Yeah. That was awesome. Hey, if you trash talk for an entire tournament and then you lose in the last game, you're gonna get trash talk.
All I learn when like this controversy happens is there's so many losers out there that don't play basketball. That's hoops. That's what we do. That's all you do.
culture.
You talk your shit. You do that stuff. Like that was a nothing burger.
No, Whataburger's later.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to it.
Oh, shout out Whataburger.
Okay, let's go. Next one, TK. What do you
All
got?
right, next one. The Rockets have been wearing these green and gold throwback uniforms this season. They are a throwback to their San Diego days. You like these, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up on those. Up. I think up.
I feel like split reactions here we're seeing. In
Yeah,
the crowd.
I like these. I'm way up on this.
Yeah, you gotta have the court to match.
Gotta have the
Right.
court to match.
You can't have that, and then you have that the standard as floor. You gotta align it.
I'm way up on these. I said it at the time when they dropped. I think they look amazing. Now I don't know, like the bands around the waist. It's a weird choice, but the actual
lower
jersey-
waist.
Yeah. And the waist
The
stuff. I
lower
really
It's
waist.
like.
definitely a choice.
And Jalen Green just seems especially in these photos in these jerseys, just seems like the coolest guy.
Yeah, he does seem very cool.
Just like he's cool. Is he cool?
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
mean, I'm talking to a guy with shades on right now. I mean, you know, cool, my man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, good. Next one. What we got?
All right, next one. Houston legend here. Booze.
Whoa.
Booze already for Travis Scott.
Wow. Okay, Kelly, up or down? Travis Scott.
Great catchphrase.
It's up for Travis.
It's lit.
That's Mr. Houston right there.
Right.
You still see him at games?
No.
Not as much as the Harden days, huh?
No, I haven't seen him in a long time.
I'm generally up on Travis Scott, though I just randomly saw a video, like a tweet, where I think he was in Japan. Did anybody see this? Where it's like,
On
was
purpose?
the idea? Yeah, he's in Japan. He's like in the middle of a bunch of people. I think the idea was he thought he was going to take off his hoodie and like everybody was going to be like, whoa, Travis Scott.
And
Right?
nobody
And then nobody does a thing. So
He just took off his hoodie.
I was like, that's weird.
Nice. Yeah, there's a guy.
Oh man,
But otherwise, I'm up.
we're still up on Travis Scott. We're still up.
Yeah, we're up. We're up.
What about
All
you?
right. I'm sideways. I'll be quite honest. I'm sideways.
Okay.
I'm majorly up on the song "Pick Up the Phone" with Young Thug. Who doesn't love Sicko Mode?
Free throw.
I'm sorry. My favorite Travis Scott songs, I like the other guy on it. Like, that's what it always is for me. I can make a great beat. I'm just trying to get some heat here. You
How
know?
about this?
I'm ambivalent on Travis Scott.
So I went through some of these topics while we're out on these weird hikes we're doing the other day with my buddies, because you're out there for a long time. You need things to talk about. I brought up Travis Scott. My buddy Grish, your buddy Grish, our buddy Grish, he said that Travis Scott is just a ripoff of A$AP Rocky.
Absolutely not. I'm down on that.
I turned around
I'm down
on that
on that.
hike. I turned around and went home. 5 miles in.
I just walked home.
Didn't even see the canyon. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to get that
ASAP,
reaction.
ASAP is known these days as Rihanna's baby daddy. So that's
Undeniable. Travis Scott's still making music.
Okay. Okay. In your face, Grish. Suck it, Grish.
Yeah, that's why we put this one in here, just to settle that argument. You know what Grish is up on? Tight hiking shirts.
He loves a schmedium. He
Loves a
does.
schmedium.
He thinks
Oh,
he's
which
a
is
little
great.
smaller than he is right now, but he's a schmedium.
I thought he got pec implants. The man looks like he's been doing bench press for 6 months straight.
I think Grish is watching live right now.
Hopefully he's
bud?
being a supportive friend, unlike me. But a perfect segue
Yeah.
into cowboy fashion. Are you up or down on cowboy fashions, hats?
I'm down on that.
What?
I'm sorry. The rodeo was here for a long ass time.
Yep.
If I see another cowboy hat again for the next 6 months, I'm a barf.
Like, wait, how long's the rodeo here for?
It's too long. I don't know how long's rodeo. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thank
long.
you.
Okay.
2 weeks of roping? 2 weeks of hog time? What do you mean? Where's stuff, man?
What is it? Where is it? It's just a.
Wait, actually, I have a question. Where is cowboy fashion actually applicable outside of the farm?
Well,
Bruce Brown.
And the
Nugget.
CMA and the CMA Music Awards.
CMAs. Yeah. Look, I would love to be able to just wear a casual cowboy hat, but it's impossible, man. Like, can you imagine
You can pull it
in
off.
Atlanta? Well, thank you for saying that. First and foremost, thank you so much. Can you imagine like seeing me driving in a street in Atlanta? You look over and there's a guy in a car with a cowboy hat on. That'd be insane. But I get out, it would look tough.
Can we take a second though to appreciate Matt Austin in the all-white cowboy outfit out at the end? Matty O, I think pulls it off well. I'm up. You're right. There's a time and place for it. It feels like, but I notice it every time I see it. Like
Yeah.
Bruce
True.
Brown showing up to games.
Bruce Brown, yeah, he
I
looks
do
cool,
remember.
man.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll give you the Bruce Brown.
So yeah, NBA tunnels, fine, and the farm, and a rodeo if you go.
in the CMT Awards.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's exactly right. All right, this one's Houston based. Space travel, sort of. I mean, it starts in Houston, it goes into outer space. Would you go to outer space?
Would I go to outer space?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No?
No?
I'm keep my feet on the ground. I'm good. Would y'all?
You don't like? Do you like roller coasters or anything like that?
I used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the guy that's gonna hold the bags, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll have a good time. I will say this though, I did go to Universal Studios recently.
Okay.
I did ride the Harry Potter one.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Playing Quidditch and shit. That was pretty good. That
But
was pretty
space
good.
travel, you're down on otherwise.
Yeah, I'll stick to United
No,
Airlines.
I am so up on this.
We'll go.
Oh my God, yeah.
Let's send no dunks to space.
Yeah. Sure.
Next live
pick
show
and
is
pay
from
off.
the moon.
Next pick and pay off that we never do anymore. Send my ass to space, or the loser to space. Yeah. Or
Okay,
live
I
show
mean,
from
that's,
space.
that's a strict punishment, but
No,
we're
like,
going big.
I mean, not to get real here, but humans, we explore. Space, the final frontier.
That's right, man. I heard
that.
That's so true. Skeet's a spitting right now. This guy spent a weekend in the wilderness.
I literally think I'm dreaming right now. I don't even know.
This guy went on a spirit walk through the national parks of the United States and said, not big enough. Take me to outer space.
I never stopped looking down from the sky. Didn't see the canyons, actually. Just looking up.
Yeah, I gazed into those starry nights. And and I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah. Okay. What are you up or down on?
I'm up.
Okay.
I too would go to space. If Lance Bass can do it, I can do it. That's what I've always said. But it feels like someday we'll have the opportunity. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll be forced to because we've screwed up this
forced to?
planet. Yeah.
From losing the pick and payoffs. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I put so much effort into it.
I keep picking the Rockets and I keep losing. I can't even cover. Oh my god. Okay, next one.
All right, next one. Also space related. Ooh. The saying, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
See, I knew this was going to be the
They got
response.
They got it.
Why? Everybody's down because it was a misquote made for the movie?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Just kidding. You're just down because it sounds ridiculous?
it just sounds dumb as hell.
Do people say it all the time, though, here?
Nobody says that.
Yeah. So I knew this was going to be, the crowd was going to be down. I think everybody that doesn't live in Houston is up. I think it's great.
You're probably right.
I love saying it. Like, I don't know.
Everybody in Atlanta says, nobody calls it Hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
And everybody from out of Atlanta calls it Hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's much the same thing.
Damn, that's okay.
Really makes you think.
Show of hands. If you've used this phrase in the last year, raise your hand.
No, not a single
literally
person.
zero hands. That's
Nobody.
unbelievable to me.
Not even like bad traffic, you know?
Oh,
say to someone
6'10".
beside you.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
6'10".
Yeah. Houston, it's Monday.
Houston, we have a problem.
All right.
Kelly doesn't like the saying. All right, next one. Jeff Bagwell's batting stance.
Okay.
You said you've been around Houston for a
Yep,
long time. So the Bagwell
The
days,
Killer Bees.
the deep squat,
I'm up on this guy.
yeah,
Jeff Bagwell is that guy.
legend. I played first base as a youngster, so of course I tried the wide stance. He had the little hand flips as well. How are you going to throw me a strike? Be honest here. Come on, Chad.
Wow. You're pretty flexible.
I've been prepping for this show, Skeets.
If Lance Bass can do it, you can do it.
Big old step. Yep. Just a big old step. Big uppercut swing.
Is Jeff Bagwell in the Hall of Fame?
Jeff Bagwell's in the Hall of
Wow.
Better be in the Hall of Fame.
Fame. 449 home runs. I saw.
Nice.
Juice free.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. I thought that was maybe going to be a controversial take.
No, this
No,
has
we're
real
good.
juice.
Bagwell did it all on neutral, actually. It's pretty
Okay, I'm
impressive.
up on this.
Yeah.
How about his goatee? Are we up on the goatee? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, I tried growing that in high school, too, but, I couldn't grow a beard, so.
yeah.
He's going to the cookout.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Jeff Bagwell. Cool. The Killer Bees, they were great. Craig Biggio, who could forget?
Yep.
Moving on, we almost went to one earlier today. Whataburger.
Wow.
Oh, universal support here.
Kelly?
For sure, up.
Yep.
You got to be up on the Whataburger. You got it. Hey, that man knows his stuff right
So
there.
is it? So I'm gonna get booed off the stage. Like, where does it rank in terms of like In-N-Out, Shake Shack? Like, is it?
In-N-Out is not a. It's In-N-Out is like this abstract thing.
Okay.
In-N-Out is like an abstract restaurant. It's not a real.
It's a mirage.
It's not a real.
Holy crap! I'm tripping balls right now.
It's
I've never
Whataburger,
heard
and
that
then
before.
everyone's fighting for second.
Oh, okay. Whataburger. You've had it before.
I've had it before, and we actually went today. We had a little time before the show. There's one just up the road, like a 10-minute walk.
There's one everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. We got to the closest one we walked, and as soon as we got to the parking lot, we saw another restaurant across the street that was open, and we went across the street.
Oh, okay.
Disrespect.
That was it felt like the biggest Whataburger diss of all time.
Yeah.
When we were living it, I was like, this is great. We're gonna get content. We're gonna have a nice slow-mo shot here of me eating a Whataburger. And instead we got tacos from across the street.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Hey, they were
can't be
great.
angry.
Who this
They were
man?
great, and there was a No Dunks fan behind the bar.
Oh.
So it worked out long term. But the thing I really love, Well, Cantina Barba. Just a
Okay.
Okay, see, now
Nice
they're
save.
back.
That's a
Now
nice
they're
save.
back.
You're back.
That's a nice
They're
save.
back. Much recommended. And look at, the branding is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like they came up with their idea and they're
What
like,
is
we're good.
your go-to order at Whataburger?
You got to go to Whataburger at like 3 in the morning.
Oh,
you
that's
a-
when the burgers are extra good.
Get you a taquito. Get you. Your boys know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, I'm here till 3 in the morning today. Let's see it.
We got a 7 a.m. flight.
Yeah. Oh,
Be the Whataburger for breakfast, baby.
Okay.
All right, moving on. AstroTurf. Nobody likes AstroTurf, up or down. You probably were thinking, there's no way they're going to ask me if I like AstroTurf today.
this is crazy, but I'm actually, I want to say down on AstroTurf.
Why?
It's like if you play like sports like soccer, it's very easy to get hurt because of the way the ground
Yeah,
is not
catches.
real. It's abstract. I call it abstract grass.
Just like an In-N-Out Burger's an abstract restaurant, this is abstract grass.
So
Okay, I'll ask you a dumb question. I assume the Astrodome had AstroTurf in it?
You betcha.
I'm up on AstroTurf. Little swerve here. The Toronto Blue Jays won back-to-back World Series, also playing on AstroTurf.
Big turf head.
Big bounce. What a bounce to it.
okay.
Yeah, it is dangerous. I'm with you. There was a Chicago Bear who blew out both of his knees on one play because of AstroTurf back in the day, which was bad. But
You can't
you
go
also don't have
grass
to
here.
mow.
Yeah.
That's the huge
Yeah.
thing. You don't have to mow. I'm big time down on mowing, so maybe I'm up on AstroTurf.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, our last one.
Neutral!
Let's go!
Put your neutrals up.
Oh, look at this. Trey has some neutral zippies, hoodies or whatever you
Who
want.
doesn't love free merch?
Yeah. Chuck them out there, TK. Oh, we got t-shirts too. Wow. Here we go. Who's got good hands? Nice catch.
It's like the t-shirt toss in Houston.
Yeah, I know. I wish we had the t-shirt gun. It'd be sick. Oh, nice throw. Nice. Neutral. Okay, everybody's up. Oh! We just saw a kid and a woman fight over a neutral hoodie, and it was awesome. Yes.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Amazing. That's the up-down report. But we're not done. Let's get to a
Big
little,
ups on neutral.
let's get to a little beach stepping, guys. Live beach stepping. Yes. This is where we go to answer your questions. And maybe you got a question for Kelly about the Rockets, about the NBA. We'll get Jerome's mic working here.
Yeah, I don't think it's working, so
Oh,
you're
it's
going to
not.
have to yell it out.
Okay, what we're going to do
That's
is
all
you're just
good.
going to yell. Here we go. So if you have a question, put your hand up and just stand up. We'll point at you and you'll yell at us. Go ahead.
Why?
Get him! He's from San Antonio. Everybody relax.
Respect. Right.
Okay. Okay, who would you like to see? I'll repeat the questions for some of the people listening. Who would you like to see on the Rockets to sort of guide them to win some veteranship? Maybe not hard enough.
I know at first people were kind of clamoring for like a Patrick Beverly type just because of that mentality he brings. But I do think, and Pat Bev is always going to be loved in Houston.
Yep.
But I do think a Mike Conley would be a hand in glove because he's such a smooth, cool operator.
Yep.
He understands what guys need to do to be in a chance to win. And I think for a team like Houston, if you're not going to have, an all-star type name like a Van Vliet or, like a James Harden type, you do need a guy that's been there and done that to kind of get guys organized. So
Totally.
I think Conley, Pat Bev, those kind of guys was what I've been looking for. It could have been Lonzo, but, his knees.
He's out.
Hope he gets better. But
Don't
Oh,
get
you
that
can
guy
take
on
Lonzo.
AstroTurf. Yeah.
Gonna have Lonzo for sure. No problem. But yeah, I agree with you. Conley, great connector. Patrick Beverly, great connector. They both had an impact for the Bulls and the Wolves, respectively. Let's get another question here.
All right. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
yo,
Oh, shit. Kelly, this is your life.
You talked about the depth at the guard position. You talked about Jalen Green being good. You haven't mentioned KBJ. Does that mean you don't think KBJ is the guard of the future for the Rockets?
Okay, Kevin Porter Jr. You have not named him once on this stage,
That's true.
Kelly.
No, I'm not going to call you.
no, for sure.
Based on the guard play that you talked about,
Right.
I think the Rockets
Right.
do better at point guard than KBJ.
I don't think he's a point guard. I think he can be a six man. I think he can be a good wing scorer because he does know how to score. He is athletic. He still struggles with efficiency and defense, those kind of intangibles. But he is a good enough player to where if he's not tasked with doing everything every time on the floor for everyone else, he can have that pressure off of his shoulders and just revert to scoring, and he can still make those passes to make those secondary, tertiary reads, and he can still be a contributor on a good team. But he needs a lot of veterans around him because, as you've seen, when you try and be the guy and have everything on you, it's not going to look great. So he might not be the point guard of the future, but he still has a place on this team. He can have a place on this team.
Right.
Is he like the most divisive guy on the Rockets as a player? Because I feel like if we
I think
mentioned
that was
him at
Christian
all-
Wood.
Oh, Christian Wood. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, Christian Wood, you would say, but
He
I mean,
was.
but this year I feel
But
like
no, this year, I wouldn't call it divisive. He's definitely grown a bit in terms of his maturity from last year, for sure. There haven't been too many of those,
sure.
incidents where you hear of, like last year where they got suspended for a game. He hasn't been that kind of guy, and I think that's credit to him for trying to dig deep and look internally and trying to get better and prove himself. He's young. He's a kid.
Totally.
Yeah.
And, as a young player in this league, when you are around losing so much, it kind of has a trickle-down effect on everything else you do. So getting other guys in that have been there and can help bring that culture up will do wonders for him personally.
Right. Good question.
Good question, man.
Let's go front row Astros. Oh, current player. You had to buy one.
Me?
Oh, okay. A current player's jersey to buy.
Yeah.
Oh, Şengün for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I would wear it to play pickup basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Try and convince people that maybe I'm Alperen Şengün's dad.
Give me the throwback Jalen Green there that we saw on the screen a little earlier. I'll take one of those. Little San Diego throwback.
I'm buying a Garuba jersey.
Oh, okay.
That's real.
That would be a
vintage.
deep cut.
Yeah.
Deep cut. At Coachella 2050, someone's gonna see you in that. And go, whoa.
What's the most popular jersey like in the crowds for Rockets
It's
fans?
still.
I would assume Jalen.
Oh, Jalen. Okay.
Yeah.
I would assume Jalen, but there are still some Harden jerseys. in
Yeah,
there.
of course.
Oh, Elijah one. Like, come
I
on.
saw a Chandler Parsons jersey the other day.
Chandler Parsons jersey. Wow.
I was confused.
Don't get that guy on AstroTurf, man. Holy moly.
Or some neutral.
I would say shots fired, but that's Chandler Parsons' MO on his podcast is dropping zingers. So that's fair.
Okay. Good one. We'll go Rockets shirt there. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay. When was the last time you felt nervous? This was a wild story you just shared.
It's a crazy story.
But the last time you felt nervous around a player.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
good.
you're a cool cucumber.
Nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was yesterday.
Oh.
I had to talk to LeBron for the story I'm working on about.
Well, hold on. Let me get that for you there, Kelly. Oh, let me pick that name up there for you. What'd you say, LeBron? That's a pretty good name. Yeah, put that in your pocket. Not bad.
Yeah, I had to talk to LeBron for the story I'm working. It's actually on Jabari's defense. So,
Okay.
So the theme is this year I've been asking some of the league's best defenders for advice on how to go from, bad to good to great.
Right.
So talk to Draymond Green, talk to Miles Turner, talk to Marcus Smart, Mikal Bridges, but I still was missing one guy.
Yeah.
And who better than LeBron James? So
Wow.
I had to wait because they blew him out. They're leaving. I tried to stop them. He kind of turned. I was like, "What's up?" So I never interviewed LeBron.
You never
before,
talked to him,
and,
really, yeah.
He's such that kind of figure.
Yeah. He walks into a room and it's
Yeah.
like everybody stops.
So-
Everybody looks at him. Yeah.
I did my thing, but I was nervous as hell. doing
Wow.
that. So that was yesterday.
Okay.
Did he give you a good answer?
Yeah, he gave me a great answer.
Yeah.
So
He probably loved being asked about something technical basketball wise. Right? Not about being the best scorer or trying to get into the playoffs,
Right.
actually about basketball.
right.
What about you, TK? Does anyone come to mind?
I don't know if it was nerves or anxiety or excitement, but I remember being so excited when Candace Parker came to our studio for the first time
Shout out
because
CP.
she's one of the all-time great Chicago basketball players. We were in high school about the same time. I went to college a few miles up the road, so I saw her play in high school. She became a legend in the NCAAs. There you go, go Vols. Became a legend playing in the WNBA, and then she started like doing media stuff at Turner. So she came through our studio once upon a time. I just remember being like, I can't believe we have Candace Parker here. She's like, could be the GOAT. She's my GOAT. Maybe not everybody else's, but that was one of the most exciting guests I thought we ever had.
Yeah. My answer will be the first player we ever interviewed, Tass and I, in a Subway sandwich shop, Tony Parker. And he was great. He was great. Don't get me wrong, but like we were shitting ourselves. Like, and it was so weird. And we're asking him about his favorite Subway sandwich, and my hair is crazy. It's a wild clip, but yeah. Most honest, I mean, you can speak to this better than we could because you speak to more players, but they are really easy to talk to. I think a lot of the guys in the league. In the sense, like, you're not nervous.
Yeah.
Also,
right.
I'm older than all of them.
Right.
So it's like, why am I nervous talking to a
Yes.
kid? That's weird.
Have you ever had a good locker room run-in? Somebody mad about something you wrote?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Boban.
No, not Boban. There's nothing bad about Boban.
Yeah.
But I think a couple of years ago, it was after the Rockets had lost to the Warriors. I think it was 2019, and Clint Capella at the time, he had his car vandalized by some very passionate fans.
Sure.
Oh.
And it's crazy because they vandalized the car, but they didn't take anything from the car, like kind of sending a message.
Yeah.
So I reported on that, and I got a very immediate and swift response.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was the like? Just don't
Like
put my.
no, well, no. It wasn't from him. It wasn't.
Oh, just from the Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't from-
so
it
it's just
wasn't
like,
from-
oh, this just looks bad.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like it
Oh,
was.
okay.
It was like
Makes our fans
because it's a
look
legal
bad.
thing, and it's a whole like I understood it. But
Gotcha.
At the time, I was just doing my job. Just
Yeah.
Right.
and it was actually trying to. So what? But yeah, like me, the good thing about my standing with the team is that I've built these relations for a long time. So even if I write something bad or critical, it's not coming from like it's coming from an objective place. So
Right,
they
right.
understand, like, if they played a shitty game or something like that, and I talk about it,
Yeah.
they know where it's coming from. I'm not trying to just bash them for no reason.
Yeah, you've been there through thick and thin.
Yeah,
You got the
big-
relationships.
Right. So like, because like if I just go out and say, oh, these guys just suck every day,
Yeah.
like
You're not going to get anything.
everyone knows that.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like trying to find other avenues.
Yeah, there's
to-
stories.
Yeah.
Well, I told you in the green room, and I mean it. And it goes same thing for like James Edwards with
Shout
the
out
Pistons. Yeah, it's like I can't believe how much I'm reading about the Pistons and Rockets because you guys are such great, talented writers. It's like, it's
appreciate
not
it.
because you're winning games, like, but that just goes and shows how great you guys are. So keep at it.
Good question.
Yeah. We'll do a couple more right here. The Blue Jays hat. Go Jays. Remember when
Blue
we won
Jays
on the
hat.
AstroTurf? That was awesome. That's right. Wow. Okay. So Harden has his jersey. This is true that Harden's jersey.
Yeah, it's a true story.
That's unbelievable.
Wait. Say it again. Say the question again.
Where would they hang the Kelly Iko jersey? Because like you frequent that place a lot, or you're such a good, diehard patron.
Bank of America.
You go in? Who goes into a bank? That's crazy, man.
Yeah. You know
Hang
you
it
can
up.
do all of that on your phone now?
I value the person-to-person experience.
Wow, okay. Respect. Bank of America.
That's awesome.
What about you,
That's
Trey?
Uh,
It's a good question.
I don't know. I've become close to being a regular at two places. One called Folk Art and one called Skips. So either of those two places, I'm either getting a cheesesteak or a Reuben. It just depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said this on a podcast recently, and I didn't like it. The Classic Factory, JD's garage, to my house, there's a McDonald's right in the middle, and I'm done work right around lunch every day, and it takes a lot of willpower to not go through that drive-through. But of course I do every once in a while, and they always say to me, we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like, no. So I'm like going to peek in there and my jersey is going to be hanging in a McDonald's between my house and JD's. So that's my answer.
Great one.
Good question. Good question,
There's some
guys.
good questions.
Yeah. Do a couple more if anybody's got them. Way in the sort of back there. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just say it for everybody listening. Of the 3 Texas teams, we're talking Spurs, we're talking Rockets, we're talking Mavs, who are amazingly out of the play-in right now. Yeah, which of those 3 is set up for the best and brightest future?
Wow. I think here. I think Houston.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
I think if you have, $60 million in cap space and you have a potential top 3 pick, you have a bunch of young guys that are talented. They just need some molding. I think you do have a better future than a team like San Antonio, who's kind of stuck in the mud with their rebuild, and a team like Dallas, who God knows what they're about to do.
2 months ago, Dallas is the answer. Now, who knows?
Yeah.
So it's like, I do think that out of all 3 teams, the Rockets do have the brightest future of those teams.
Fair enough. Who do you think is going to win the title this year? Who would you be backing? The West feels obviously wide open.
And it's shout out to Francis because he has a podcast on, but he and I have been going back and forth on this. And I think at one time I thought it was going to be the Warriors because how could you beat that team 4 times? But
Right.
now I think I'm leaning Phoenix. I think so.
Oh, they look good, man.
Okay.
Oh, they look good.
Suns, they look good when Durant plays.
They look unstoppable
Yeah.
when he plays.
Okay.
And good at defense somehow.
So, Sun, who would you have from the East? Who would you have coming out of the East, Kelly?
I mean, Milwaukee is the sexy answer,
Yeah.
but don't forget what Boston can do to those guys.
Okay. All right. So Sun Celtics action here in the finals. Let's do one more. Yeah. Over here, Houston shirt.
So on the YouTube short earlier this year, I mentioned this to Trey earlier. The intro was Alfred Champion as the best post moves in the NBA.
Facts.
That became a staple. Thank you. That became a staple of my record whenever you cook somebody. So my question is, who's your favorite young player? 2 years or younger. I think probably beat those around franchise like Jaden Ivey, Jalen Green. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Young player, let's say, 2 years and less. That is a hell of a prospect.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think.
There's some good players, man.
Some good players. I like Cade. I like
Yeah.
Banchero. He's injured. That's cool.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna go Walker Kessler.
Whoa!
Building around Walker Kessler.
Not see that coming.
Take it to the bank, Kelly.
Bank of America. Take it to the.
Wow.
Yeah, I just love the way he can control a defense
Yeah.
at that young age, and at the center position, that's the most important part of it. Setting a
Yeah.
defensive scheme, your center has to be defensively viable. So if Walker Kessler, obviously he's still pretty raw, but we've seen enough this year to say this guy can be the backbone of a good defensive
Sure,
team. So
sure.
just continue to build around him and add guys that can do other stuff. Like
He immediately
shot
gives your team an identity.
Yeah.
Right.
No doubt about that. That's a good answer. Who you got?
Probably Banchero for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think he came into the league as a guaranteed number 1 guy, looked the part right away. He's obviously had some troubles with a longer season, lost the jumper about halfway through, but the way he can get to the foul line as a rookie feels like he's already played 5 years in the NBA, not to mention he's humongous, handles the ball. I think he's an incredible player. To me, probably the best guy out of the last couple of drafts. But maybe it shouldn't be a hot take that a defensive center would be the building block. Because if you have a defensive center, your team is going to be good. And there have been so many not super skilled guys who have had such a huge impact on that end of the court that it's probably they're overlooked for a guy like Jalen Green who's got sexy handles, right? And you're just like, okay, he can cook. Maybe he could be a superstar someday, but the guy who's actually an all-defensive player, that's a worthy bet.
I'll go Scotty Barnes. Play the homer card here. Yeah. I mean, I think he's had obviously lulls and lows and trying to find his spot with the Raptors, but man, the games where he is on, his whole thing is like he's like half asleep sometimes for a quarter, and then it like clicks in and he just takes over a game. So as a young guy, I think it's pretty promising. But we'll end with that one. Guys, give it up for Kelly Iko. Killing it. Make sure you go to theathletic.com/no-dunks. Get yourself a subscription so you can read Kelly writing about the Rockets and a bunch of NBA content. Let's give it up to NÜTRL for making this a reality.
NÜTRL,
I got to get another one of these bad boys in me.
the one with the umlaut.
They are going to be showing the championship game here, guys. So it's up to you if you want to stick around here. Let's give it up to White Oak Music Hall. This is an incredible venue. Incredible venue. Thanks to everybody working here in the back and at the bar and all that. Give it up for JD, Jerome, Eshua for making this
what's up,
reality.
Jerome?
And yeah, any parting words? We're not, no.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, when they invented Whataburger, they wanted to make it so that when you took a bite, you said, "What a burger."
Embrace the day, people! Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate you.